Moving on to race number 2 and the second on the programme, down to the 1,000 metres here, Class 4 contest, headed by Pleasant Endeavour, who won really smartly on debut over course and distance. Gets barrier 2 this time round. 7 Heavens with a class drop, the distance drop as well for the 14 back to the 1,000 metres. Amazing Rocky had barrier 1 when beaten like that in January. Gets barrier 13 this time. Cordyceps 2, Shoina, Summit Cheers, all on debut. Goko's a 5-time course and distance winner. Bella Baby's won twice course and distance, but well held, although with an excuse behind Pleasant Endeavour last time out. Noble Desire very consistent, placed on his last 3, and Dragon in field close to a class drop here for Michael Chang and Alex Line. Now, as far as Chung Fa's concerned, it's one of the debutantes, the showcasing gelding, Shoina and Bella Baby, Mark, who have been up at Chung Fa. A couple of first starters here. What do we look like looking out for the speed?
Good pace down the straight with Noble Desire getting to the outside rail, leading Cordyceps 2 on his first start from barrier number 1. May work to the centre of the track. Goko, we know he'll get to the outside rail and get handy. Amazing Rocky, Summit Cheers, Shoina, Fairbow and 7 Heavens back to Multimore. Bella Baby, who was so unlucky and disappointed for a run last time. He'll have traffic in front of him. Pleasant Endeavour will come from back in the field too, Paul, as he did on debut to win.
And here he is, down the back straight here, just working with his partner horse, Hard Promise, and he's the one closest to us, is Pleasant Endeavour, and he stretches out really nicely here in his work. So he's gone forward from that debut run. It was a nice run from him as well, son of Reduced Choice. Amazing Rocky. Now Zach Purden will do the work, has done the work on him and ride him on race day as well. So he's held together nice. He's still a maiden from his 4 starts, but has had a couple of placings with a second 2 starts ago. So he's going nicely enough. And Summit Cheers, he's one of the first starters. Quite like his work coming into this. Matthew Poon aboard here. He's had 4 trials to get him ready. He's 11.38 pounds. And he looks a nice type, so I quite like the look of him.
OK, all right, more on the debutantes in a moment or so. We'll start with the horse that was good enough to win on debut. That was Pleasant Endeavour, and his trainer, Ricky Yu.
Ricky, Pleasant Endeavour, were you impressed by his win on debut last time?
Yeah, there was a bit of a surprise, you know, the first time up as a 3-year-old, and he did a good job, but it's a nice horse.
It looks like he's got a good turn of foot as well, Ricky.
Yes, as I can see it at the final stage. You know that he's a up and coming 3-year-old. Even he's getting better. You know, even with turn 4. I mean, he's a horse in a good progress.
So has he got a bit of maturing still to do?
Yes. For the long run, I think he's even better trip for him. Not even 1,000, maybe 1,200, or even looking for more.
How's he been since that last run, Ricky?
Oh, good. Let's go. Never been better.
Just a final question for you, Ricky. Last season, of course, you're the champion trainer. It was an incredible season that you had. This season, 18 wins. Has it been a bit tougher this season?
Yeah. I mean, after a lot of horses done well last season, they all went up in the high rating and got some little leg problems, and it's a bit of a time to adjust.
Do you feel, are there more horses like Pleasant Endeavour, more nice young horses in the stable?
Oh yes. I'm looking a bit forward for a bit more for the last few months. We might have more winners, like you said, providing had a few quite a good young one coming up.
Really well bred, this one as well, by Reduced Choice, out of the good sprinting mare from South Africa, Grade 1 winner in Via Africa. Pleasant Endeavour, good enough to win on debut. Now we can see Bella Baby again in action here, Mark, with Noble Desire finishing 2nd and 3rd. This is behind Winner Method, who we'll talk about later on.
We will, and Bella Baby we saw in that previous replay chopped out badly, looking for run on the outside rail. Noble Desire gets the services of Joe Moreira, 117 pounds on his back, 16 starts for Noble Desire yet to win, Paul. He's not going to get too many better opportunities with Joe on board at the moment. Yeah,
he's drawn really well, so he's going to go nicely. Bella Baby still hasn't won in this grade, but he's been placed a few times.
Yeah. What about Amazing Rocky then, Paul? Only a handful of starts for him, hasn't won. But has certainly showed plenty. He's back at the trials here. Yeah,
and it was a nice trial from him here on the all-weather. Look at the run 2 starts ago, I thought was very good behind Super Axiom. Obviously, he was a long way back from Super Axiom, but he still hit the line nicely. He's got barrier number 13, so definitely one of the chances.
He led all of the way in this trial, and it's fantastic weight who he's outside, who's 1 for 1-2 on race day and goes up in grade. Later in the program, carries 8 pounds more, but I think he's going to be certainly right amongst the finish.
All right, of the debutants, Mark, Cordyceps 2, let's start with him. 3 trials for Manfred Mann.
He's drawn barrier number 1 on the far side, but has an in-form Derek Lung on board. Ran third behind Yo Beauty, beaten 3/4 of a length here. He's looked okay, Paul. There he is down the outside rail. He's not in the top 4, but he wasn't too far outside it off that trial.
He's had 3 trials. He's 999 pounds, so he's not the biggest horse around. He is by Kermadec, so I wonder in time if he'll want a bit further.
OK, and Summit Cheers, Paul, and the other one, Showina. And a good trial here. That little grey is one Hot King Prawn.
Yeah, and look, Summit Cheers, I think, really wound up for a nice run here. He's had 4 trials, 1138 pounds. Now, Zach rode him in the trials, but Matthew Poon will take over on race day. So I thought it was a nice enough trial up against Hot King Prawn there. You can see Showina finishing off at the back there. But of the two, I do like Summit Cheers.
Definitely with Paul here, and he's had the 4 trials, so he's been well schooled prior to race day. Matthew Poon for David Hall, and he's certainly in the top 4.
OK, so an interesting one there, Summit Cheers at 10 to 1 at this stage, but Amazing Rocky's the favourite, Paul.
Yeah, I'm going to make Summit Cheers my each-way play here. He's 11 and 4.4 in the early betting, so he will get a double-figure price for the debutant. He's on top to beat Pleasant Endeavour. I thought there was no fluke about that win. It was a nice win from him, and I can see him, and he's gone forward since then as well. Seven Heavens now drops down here into Class 4, and he's a very well-rated horse, and Noble Design there for 4th. So he ended up with 8, 1, 2 and 13.
Was happy to risk Pleasant Endeavour. As good as he was on debut, he's gone up £8, and I don't know if he beat a whole lot. So 13, 4, 12 and 8. Noble Desire goes on top. He hasn't won in 16 starts. That is a concern, but he's been racing winner method and like that. Amazing Rocky is in for second. Bella Baby's double figures at the moment. Lexi Bedell and Chris, so forget the 11 next to his name. He was flying before that, and Summit Cheers off his trials. 13, 4, 12 and 8 in race number 2.
Can see where Mark's coming from about Pleasant Endeavour. I'll give him another chance. Wide open, this one, the second, I thought, but Ricky Yu and Vincent Ho, I think, can score again. Right, that's 2 races down. Up next for us is race number 3, Class 2 contest. Really good, this one, over the 1400.